The year is 2016, and Kirby Planet Robobot was just released on the Nintendo 3DS. Developed as a direct continuation to Kirby Triple Deluxe, Planet Robobot set out to do everything Triple Deluxe did and more. Did it succeed in being a better sequel, or is Kirby's journey on the 3DS already hitting a decline? Let's find out. It was a normal day on Planet Popstar when, all of a sudden, a giant spaceship the size of a planet comes down and plants its 5 legs into Popstar. This spaceship is from Haltman Works, and they intend to mechanize all of Popstar to use for their own personal gain. Meta Knight and King Dedede try to stop it, but to no avail. So of course, it is up to Kirby to stop the company. Along the way, Kirby meets Susie, a robotic assistant who is dedicated to helping Haltman achieve his dreams. Kirby goes through the 5 regions the legs of the Access Arc are planted in, and destroys each leg, defeating a clone of King Dedede and a roboticized Meta Knight along the way. Once inside the Access Arc, Kirby faces off against President Haltman. After their battle, Haltman reveals that his robotic empire was made possible by a computer called Stardream. Haltman tries to merge himself with Stardream to gain ultimate knowledge and power, but Susie steps in and betrays Haltman, trying to take the power for herself. Stardream wakes up and decides to take matters into its own hands, zaps Susie away, and absorbs Haltman's mind and soul into itself so it can gain ultimate power. Its main goal is to bring about an age of infinite prosperity by erasing all of history. Susie decides that this has gotten all out of hand and decides to help Kirby stop Stardream. At that moment, Meta Knight, now free from the clutches of Haltman, brings the Halberd to play. Kirby uses his mech armor to become the Halberd. Halberd Kirby starts shooting down Stardream, which then attaches itself to the Access Arc itself. Shooting down the Access Arc and breaking away its outer shell reveals what Stardream actually is. Stardream looks suspiciously like the Galactic Nova, meaning there's more than one of these fuckers floating around. Kirby finishes shooting down Stardream, Popstar returns to normal, and Susie leaves to go wherever the hell isn't here. Now, the main story is great and epic and cool and whatever, and we all learned from Kirby Triple Deluxe that the devil is in the details now. Pause screens during the boss fights reveal a very interesting tale that is never brought to the forefront in the main story, but really recontextualizes everything. President Haltman and his daughter Sue were working together on some experiments using Stardream. In a tragic accident during one of their experiments, Sue Haltman ended up getting killed. In his grief, President Haltman created Susie after the likeness of his daughter and spent all of his time into reactivating Stardream so that he may gain the power to see his daughter again. That's right, just like Queen Sectonia before him, President Haltman joins the ranks of tragic Kirby villains. His fate is just as grim, too. Reading the pause screens during the fight with Stardream's soul, you become privy to Haltman's fate after being absorbed. The final program has been activated. Its calculated victory probability is 99.99%. However, a small bit of Haltman's soul has yet to be purged, which could throw a wrench in its plans. Why did I reactivate such a terrible machine? Oh, I remember. I wanted to see her just one last time. How foolish. I should have known that no machine could make such a dream come true. All of Haltman's memories have been deleted from the OS. Even his soul, the last trace of Haltman, has vanished. Stardream has gone from a near-perfect being to a cold, mindless machine. With all of that in mind, Kirby Planet Robobot's story gets my rating of an A+. The gameplay of Planet Robobot is your standard Kirby fare. You run, you jump, you eat, you copy. In place of Kirby Triple Deluxe's Hypernova power-up, we have probably the coolest addition to a Kirby game ever, Kirby's mech armor. I honestly love the mech power-ups in this game because, just like how the animal friends function in the older Kirby's Dream Land games, they create an environment for copy abilities to be able to do different things. I loved whenever I picked up the mech armor and I just fucked everything in my path without a care in the world. Also, I don't know how, but somehow the level design and the puzzle design of this game got even better. A lot of these puzzles made me really have to think, and it was super satisfying whenever I solved a puzzle on my own without feeling the need to look up a walkthrough. The mech armor ability is exactly what I wanted out of the super copy abilities from Return to Dreamland and the Hypernova ability from Triple Deluxe. A super powered version of every copy ability that isn't just a situational thing, they can be used most anywhere. Hell, you can skip it and still beat the level most times. When it comes to level design, this game is one of the best. Also, to kinda skip to the end of the game for a second, the Halberd section you play when you fight Stardream is actually really cool and really fun. Having a high risk, high reward system where shooting down the enemy's bigger projectiles nets you energy towards firing a bigger attack is so satisfying. This final boss sequence is great. With all of that in mind, Kirby Planet Robobot's presentation gets my rating of an A+. This game looks very similar to Kirby Triple Deluxe when it comes to main design. The robot and mecha designs of all the characters, however, simply stellar. I love seeing characters like Clanky Woods and Mecha Knight. I thought they were so interestingly designed. Giving Mecha Knight a scorpion tail was an interesting choice, but screw it, why not? The mechanization of Planet Popstar really makes the presentation in this game. It revitalizes all of the old locations that we saw all throughout Kirby's Return to Dreamland and makes it feel new. I also have to give this game major props. I've said for a while that while I do like the 2D obstacle course-like design on modern Kirby games like Return and Triple Deluxe, it makes me kinda miss the 2.5D circular elements that Kirby 64 employed. Well, it's back. It was so missed, and I really love that it has come back. Also, the visuals that are shown at the final boss of this game are trippy as hell, and it really emphasizes the crazy circumstance that we're playing at the moment. The music too. Oh man, not only are the visuals mechanized, but so is the soundtrack. Adding the electronic sci-fi sounding instruments to the Kirby songs we know and love really makes for a nice, strong, cohesive soundtrack. With all of that in mind, Kirby Planet Robobot's presentation gets my rating of an A+. To complete Kirby Planet Robobot, you must do the following. First, you must complete the story, all while obtaining all of the stickers, rare stickers, and code cubes in the game. Just like its two predecessors, obtaining the 3 MacGuffins in each level, in this case the code cubes, is not that difficult, and you'll easily be able to find them all if you just make the effort to explore a little. I do have to say though, obtaining all of the stickers seemed a lot more difficult this time around. For one thing, the rare stickers are in some pretty sneaky spots sometimes even being in secret rooms not immediately noticeable to the player. Obtaining the normal stickers was also annoying as well. Unlike Kirby Triple Deluxe, which feels like it's trying to give you a new keychain almost every time you pull for one, Kirby Planet Robobot loved to give me useless doubles, triples, etc. I have so many copies of the Nago stickers, I now hate the character. After all of that is done, you must beat both sub-games. The first one is Team Kirby Clash. This one plays as an action RPG where each level has you fight a different boss, and you, as well as 3 other Kirbys, must defeat each boss, gain experience, and level up to enhance your abilities. I love this mode a lot, and I really want to see a full version of this game made into a reality. Who knew a Kirby action RPG was a great idea? The other sub-game is Kirby 3D Rumble. This is Kirby's first real attempt at being a 3D platformer. You must go through every stage and obtain as many points as possible by chaining and hailing as many enemies as possible and using the projectile to kill as many enemies as possible. This one is pretty fun too. Both of these sub-games won't take up a lot of your time and are really enjoyable to play. Miles better than Triple Deluxe's sub-games. Next, you must beat the Meta Nightmare Returns mode, which has you play through an abridged version of the original game, but this time as Meta Knight, retaining a lot of the abilities that Meta Knight had in Kirby Superstar Ultra. You already know any mode that lets me play as Meta Knight is a winner, but this mode's finale is one of the best ever. When Meta Knight defeats President Haltman, Stardream notices him and recognizes him as one of the most powerful swordsmen in the universe. So it clones two of the most powerful swordsmen in the universe for Meta Knight to fight. This is where you fight Dark Matter from Kirby's Dream Land 2 and Queen Sectonia from Kirby Triple Deluxe. None of this, though, compares to the finale. Of course, you can't have Meta Knight fight the greatest warriors in the universe without having him fight the ultimate warrior. That's right, we get a rematch with Galactonite. Beating Galactonite will spell victory for Meta Knightmare Returns. Next, you must beat the arena. This isn't so bad, just defeat all of the bosses in the game. It's pretty easy. Then comes the true arena, where you must fight every boss from the Meta Knightmare Returns mode. This isn't so hard either, I almost got to the final boss on my first try. The part that makes this mode so difficult is fighting Stardream's Soul OS. This is a 4-phase gauntlet of a boss fight that if you die, even once, you have to start the entire true arena all over again. This can be pretty frustrating, especially since the final phase of the fight, which has an amazing remix of Nova Corps' fight from Kirby Superstar, is completely original and you must learn it on the fly. So would I say to complete this game? Yes, absolutely. Not only is it an immediate yes just due to the finale of the Meta Knightmare Returns mode, but all of the sub-games are stellar, the main game is amazing, and the arenas really add that extra bit of challenge that a completionist is looking for. Yes, complete this game. Just like how Kirby Triple Deluxe took everything Kirby's Return to Dreamland did and made it better, Kirby Planet Robobot did everything Kirby Triple Deluxe did and made it even better. The story is absolutely amazing, the gameplay, especially with the mech suits, is surprisingly an amazing improvement even over Triple Deluxe, the music and environments are memorable and enjoyable, and completing it is an absolute treat. With all of that in mind, Kirby Planet Robobot gets my overall rating of an A+. A perfect score. What a masterpiece of a Kirby game. Thank you everyone so much for watching this video, and I hope you guys enjoy the new format of the retrospectives. If you like what you see, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell. All the social media are in the description below, so check them out as well. We also got merch in the description. Next week, we'll be looking at the next Kirby game in the lineup, Team Kirby Clash Deluxe. But if you're too impatient to wait a week, you can become a channel member and watch it right now. I'm Bottles, and I bid you, my well-esteemed guests, adieu.